Hello there, my spooktacular spooky friends. Today we are going to talk about Rob Zombie films. Now, pardon me. Let me just say before we begin here that I am a fan of Rob Zombie. I love his music more than I love his movies, but I do like his movies. Let's get right into it, shall we? So I'm going to give you a rundown first of the movies, and then we're going to break each one down and talk about them. So 2003 was House of a Thousand Corpses. 2005 was The Devil's Rejects. 2007 was Halloween. Also in 2007, he put out a trailer for a fictional movie called Werewolf Women of the SS, and we will talk about that. 2009, Halloween 2. Also in 2009, he did an animated movie called The Haunted World of El Superbeasto. 2013, The Lords of Salem. 2016 was 31. 2019 is 3 from Hell. And The Munsters, which is in pre-production right now. So, let's break it down. So, first of all, let's talk about 2003's House of a Thousand Corpses, which Rotten Tomato gave a 20%, and it's about an empty fuel tank and a flat tire lead two couples down a terror-riddled world to the House of a Thousand Corpses, a story of a twisted family who kill and add bodies to their sick human menagerie. Now, my favorite character in this film is Captain Spaulding, of course. Imagine that. Who doesn't like Captain Spaulding? I love this guy. Isn't he awesome? And of course his shirt. And
like blood, violence, freaks of nature, well then come on down to Captain Spaulding's Museum of Monsters and Madness. Yeah, see the alligator boy. Ride my famous murder ride. Most of all, don't forget to take home some of my tasty fried chicken. Howdy, folks. Like blood, violence, freaks of nature.
yeah, you get the idea. Okay, so so House of a Thousand Corpses is my favorite Rob Zombie film. If you didn't guess that, and I love Captain Spaulding. That movie, I saw it in the theater for the first time. And I kind of like expected it because it's Rob Zombie. So I kind of expected to be a little shocked with the film, but that's what made it so enticing to me and so exciting. And I remember when I watched it for the first time, I was like, oh man, I have to see this again and again and again. It's just one of those films. I think the part that really scared me the most, excuse me, is Dr. Satan. I don't want to go into detail who Dr. Satan is. You just have to watch the movie to figure that out for yourself. All right, but it is my favorite Rob Zombie film still to this day. All of the characters played their roles so awesome. Bill Moseley, oh my gosh, that man can act. And I just, not a very big fan though of Sherry Moon. I'm probably going to get hate and some thumbs down on that, but I don't know, just her acting is, I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. But, so anyway, let's move on to 2005's The Devil's Rejects. After a raid on the House of a Thousand Corpses, two members of the family manage to flee, Otis and Baby. They head to a desert motel and reunite with Captain Spaulding. While the trio continues to kill, the vengeful sheriff closes in on them. And Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 55%. I would agree with that, with Rotten Tomatoes on this one. I just feel like Zombie could have done a little bit more with it. The ending of the first one is sad. And then the beginning of 2 is sad. It makes me sad. And then, of course, at the end of The Devil's Rejects, you're like, okay, it's done. There's no way that they could come back from that. But of course, they do. And I'm just, I don't know. I mean, I know it's just supposed to be like a movie or whatever, but I feel like he just went way out, too far with it. So then he comes out with 2007's Halloween, which Rotten Tomatoes gave a 28%. After being committed to a mental institution for killing his stepfather and older sister, Michael Myers breaks out intent on returning to Haddonfield. He comes back on Halloween night to seek out and kill his sister Laurie, but Dr. Loomis is seeking him out. Not a fan at all. Sorry. I was very disappointed by it. I know that, it's his version of Halloween. It's not supposed to be just like the original. It's not a remake. I get that. However, he totally just messed it all up for me. I feel like you should not take a classic like Halloween and trash it up. And I feel like that's what he did. I'm just not a fan of it whatsoever. I was not big into it while I was watching it, but there's a scene that happens in the mental institution that I think Zombie did not have to put in. That was not necessary to put that scene in there, and he did it, and I lost respect for him at that point, because I feel like that was just a scene that did not need to be in there. It has nothing to do with Michael Myers or any other characters in the film. It's just something that Rob Zombie wanted to put in, and why I don't know, but it's sick, and I feel like it didn't need to be there, and I don't even want to talk about what that scene is. But if you have seen the movie, you probably know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I was just greatly offended by that scene. It just, I'm not trying to be a Karen or nothing. I just feel like it just didn't need to be there, and he pushed the envelope on that. And once I saw that scene, I was like, okay, I'm just going to continue to watch it to see where he goes with it, but I'll never watch it again. I've only watched it once, and I'll never watch it again. And that's just that. Okay. So then, also in 2007, he did the Werewolf Women of the SS. And, okay, so I was like, what is this? I've never heard of this in my life. It's a 2-minute fake movie trailer that mocks 1970s Nazi exploitation films. And I'm just like, what? Like, unfortunately, though, I couldn't find the trailer anywhere to watch it. So maybe you can. I could not find it anywhere. So I'm not really sure what all it's about. I just know that the graphics for it, I mean, it does look like an actual film, but I guess it wasn't. It's just a little fake movie trailer that he did. Why? Who knows? It's Rob Zombie, but he did it. So anyway, then we come to 2009's Halloween 2. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 22%. After narrowly escaping death at the hands of Michael, Laurie is pushed to her breaking point when Dr. Loomis tells her Michael is her brother. Michael returns to Haddonfield and is determined to have a bloody family reunion. 2 was okay. There was no scenes in 2 that really upset me. 2 was okay, I guess. It's alright. I'll agree with Rotten Tomatoes score, though, on that one. 2009, he also made the animated The Haunted World of El Superbeasto. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 40%. An adventurous wrestler battles supernatural forces and the evil Dr. Satan. I have never seen this film. I couldn't find it anywhere to even see it. Maybe you have, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't released here in the United States. I have no idea. So I really don't know much about that film to be able to give a review about it. Then came 2013's The Lord of Salem. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 46%. I'll agree with that. A radio DJ in Salem, Massachusetts plays a record by a mysterious group only known as the Lords. She then starts having nightmarish visions. The movie is boring. It is slow. Makes no sense whatsoever. And I don't recommend it. Don't waste your time, to be quite honestly. Huge disappointment. Huge. I mean, I'd give it 1 star. Lucky for that even. It's horrible. Then came 2016's 31. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 48. It's about 5 carnival workers get kidnapped the night before Halloween and are held hostage in a campground, or in a compound, sorry, not a campground, a compound, where they must play a twisted game of life or death called 31. It starts out very slow. There's not really a creepy factor. It's one of those movies where it is what it is. Like, you're not surprised. You know it's a zombie movie. You know what to expect. And by zombie, I mean Rob Zombie, not an actual zombie movie. You know what to expect. But, I mean, it's good. You've got your gore factor. You've got a couple of jump scares. It was alright. 2019 came 3 from Hell. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 58. I wouldn't have even given it 58. Baby, Foxy, and Otis unleash mayhem in Mexico after a prison break and a road trip. The last installment of the House of 1,000 Corpses trilogy. Not impressed. Not at all. It is slow. It is boring. And I feel like it's no good. I'm sorry. It's just no good. Maybe you think it's good and, that's your opinion. Like, these are just my opinions. I'm just, telling you what I think. Like I said, I am a fan of Rob Zombie. But I just feel like in some cases, like, I know he's doing these for fun because he sure as heck don't need the money. So I know he's doing these just for fun. But it's just, I don't know. Like, I feel like he let some fans down. I feel like I get that he wanted to tell, like, the story of what happened when, Baby's finally in jail and, they wanted to go down that route, but the way that he just did it, I don't know. It must just be his style of writing films that I just can't understand. Maybe that's what it is. So I am so sorry if you're a huge fan of Rob Zombie films, and you feel like I am like shitting all over it, because I'm not. Really, I'm not. Like, that's not what I'm meaning to do. I'm just giving you my honest opinion about each of them being broken down. My husband, he likes them. He likes Rob Zombie's movies and stuff, and I do like them. Some of them, I do like them. They're good horror films. They're just not written very well. Some of them, not all of them, because to me, Houses was really, really good, and it was written really well. I just feel like he should have just stopped there. Like, there didn't need to be 2 more after that. He could have just stopped with House and been done with it, and I would have been absolutely fine by that. Okay, so that's going to do it for today's video. Please give me a like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell to get notified when I release a new movie. So I hope you all are having a spooktacular October. And if you do go out partying and trick-or-treating, please stay safe. And remember, stay spooky, my friends.